Now let us try to look into the ubiquity of IoT. Why? Let's try to justify the why aspect on why IoT is so important in the today's world. So let us look into the advantages of IoT. Number one, efficient resource utilization. Now, on knowing the functionality and the way that each device works, we can increase the efficient resource utilization as well as monitor natural resources. Number two, minimal human efforts. Since the devices of IoT interact and communicate with each other and do a large number of tasks for us, then they minimize the human effort. Number three, time saving. Since it reduces the human involvement and therefore it definitely saves our time. This is the most important factor with which this is the most important factor with which today's IoT systems are built. Then improve data collection. Unlike traditional data collection, which has many limitations, the data collected by IoT facilitates immediate action on the data. Number five, reduced waste. IoT offers real-time information, which is quite helpful in effective decision making and management of resources. Number six, improved customer engagement. IoT helps us to improve customer experience by detecting problems and improving the process. Now, just like every other process and every other system and every other thing on this earth, IoT also has its own set of cons. Let us look into them. Number one, security. IoT technology is basically an ecosystem of connected devices. During this process, the system can sometimes offer little authentication control despite sufficient security measures. Number two, privacy. The use of IoT exposes a considerable amount of personal data without the user's active participation. This sometimes creates lots of privacy issues. Number three, flexibility. Flexibility of an IoT system is one of the major concerns because an IoT system is mainly an integration of various other systems together. So, flexibility gives rise to complexity, which is our next particular disadvantage. Designing an IoT system is quite complicated. Its deployment and maintenance is also not very easy. Number five, compliance with rules. IoT has its own set of rules and regulations, and because of its complexity, the task of compliance is quite challenging.